Now I want to talk about the space that I need to occupy in order to control my opponent. Now, this is a space that we're looking from a lot of different positions. And I'll just give you an example here. Now I'm in side control. I'm able to occupy the space between armpit and hip. I can now root myself in to get a nice controlling position. It's the same space that I want to occupy in mount. It's the same exact space that I want to occupy in back mount. This is how I'm able to lock myself into position and control the whole of his body. When we stand up, this is the space that I'm looking to control for the most part, for most takedowns, to control the whole of his body. This is what I'm trying to do in side control. I'm trying to look for this space. I'm looking for extension, right? Where now I can maybe deflect, get into this space, and now occupy it. One of the best ways to get into this space is trying to get as low as possible. Again, throughout this process, we always want to be stable to the mat. And I want to be as low as possible. And in being as low as possible, I become more stable and I can kind of get into those little crevices that I need to get into. I always tell my students it's very important for us to melt into this space. I don't want to be forceful with my movement. I kind of want to lean, turn, deflect, and then ooze into this space where now I can control and be heavy. When I'm in this position, it's very important that I'm controlling in the right spot. Again, I never want to commit my weight to him, especially my hips over his hips. That would get me rolled or get me destabilized where he can get into a better position. If I can control his head, which is connected to his neck, which is connected to the whole of his spine, which is really manages how his body can move, I can control his whole body. So I like controlling behind the head. I don't even need to grab the shoulder. I can put my hand on the mat. I can use my shoulder here across his cheek. I can lean on it. And you'll notice most of my weight is on the mat. I could use my toes to get a little bit more pressure, or I can just simply, without my toes, just lean on his head. Josh, can you move from here?
This is horrible.
Can you turn towards me and get back to guard?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Okay, if his spine, right, which kind of controls where his shoulders and hips go, if I'm making him turn away from me, it's going to be extremely difficult, if not impossible, for him to turn towards me unless he wants to break his neck. Unless he willingly wants to break his neck. It's just not going to happen. So if I'm here, and I'm generating this pressure, I can do it like this. That's a lot of pressure. I could do it like this, which is going to help me close down the space so he can't maybe get a leg in. But whatever it is, it's not going to be comfortable for him, and it's not going to be an easy escape. What I want to be mindful of is not, in my attempt to control him, I'm not overcommitting my weight where now his hips are underneath mine. Because even if I'm here and I'm putting a lot of pressure on his head, if he gets his hips underneath, look at what happened to my legs. I become very light. I can also, when I do this, you'll notice my weight is, or my stability is primarily on the mat. This is another way for me to control him. If I just did this, Josh, can you utilize this frame inside of my hip to create space and get back? Yes, good. Excellent. Let's do that again. Instead of allowing him to put his frame wherever he wants, especially inside of my hip, I'm going to lift up on that elbow. So now he can't use it, and I'm also preventing his shoulder from really turning towards me and escaping. Can you turn towards me? Okay, and now I'm just going to lean just a little bit without committing my weight fully. You'll still see that most of my body is on the mat. Is it easy or hard for you to breathe?
Very hard for me to breathe.
Yeah. So I'm just relaxing my body into him. I'm not squeezing him. This is squeezing him like I'm crushing him.
This is fine.
And he's fine. And I'm wasting a lot of energy trying to control this guy. Or I lift up on the lever and I relax my weight into him. And again, it's almost, I'm sandwiching his body between my body and the mat. How does that feel, Josh?
It's very not good.
Right? So I can do that here. How does that feel?
It's bad, but not terrible.
How does that feel?
Way worse.
Way worse. But none of them you can really escape. There's a little bit more space for this arm to get on the inside, right? Can you frame here maybe? Good. Right. But as I get closer to his shoulder a little bit, it's almost like holding a weight here over your head. He's not very strong here. Can you move your arm? About here.
About
here. What over here? Can you push?
Yes.
Yes. So if I can use my body here and kind of get my head over his head, pull up on this lever, and then relax my weight into him like I'm sending energy from my ribs through his body, through the mat, and again, all the way into the core of the earth. Relaxing my body. I'm not tensing, I'm just chilling. You could feel the difference in his breathing pattern. And again, if he wants to do anything, if he wants to move or use any kind of energy, he's going to have to use a lot of it. Me, I'm relaxing and I can control him the same way. I can also do it by controlling his head. And this is another kind of misunderstood position. It's like, I want to control him so bad that I squeeze him here and now his hips get underneath mine and he can move me pretty easily. I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but my stability has to be on the mat, not on him. Here, he is the floor. Unfortunately for me, he is a moving floor. Whoa. Can you get underneath me and move me, Josh? It's because I'm not on him. He's a moving floor, but I'm not on that moving floor. I'm now just gonna, I can grab the inside of my leg. I could not. I'm gonna lift up on this lever just a little bit. And then the same thing. I'm just gonna relax my body into his chest. And as he goes to move, he can't. Can you move me?
Not at all.
Is this comfortable?
This is very not comfortable.
I'm also utilizing his head as a lever. As I pull up just a little bit, and now he's not able to move as much. Can you move your head and turn your body? Maybe. I have this to kind of save me. It helps a little bit, but he can still kind of move a little bit. He might get out eventually. So here I have one lever, right? We have the fulcrum here by where his neck bends, right? I'm pulling up, controlling that fulcrum of his neck. Can you move? Okay, can you get your arm back? Can you turn? Maybe, he might eventually get out, but if I have two levers and I can utilize weight and gravity into the mat, I am giving myself a big time mechanical advantage. I can also utilize this lever and come up, and the same thing. I'm now going to use my ribs in the exact same manner. I'm just doing it without an extra lever. I have one, and I'm going to shift my ribs onto his chest yet again. But I'm not committing my weight. Most of my stability is on the floor. Can you move me here, Josh?
Oh, it's going to be very hard.
And I still feel pretty heavy, right?
Yes, very heavy.
Okay, same thing. You just got to control the lever at the elbow. He can get out. I'm not controlling him properly. I'm not pinning him down to the floor. I can also control that space between armpit and hip on both sides. Here I am on this side, and then I'm using my arm on the inside here. Again, I want to go a little bit higher towards the chest. It's more difficult for him to utilize his frames. If I go a little bit lower, he can utilize his frames to keep me off of him and then potentially move his body away. I weaken his frames and I turn his frames into levers. Here, can you use those arms on me? Just push me away. He can't. From here, I've opened up additional space on this side to mount if I want. But again, more than anything else, I'm stable to the floor. I'm relaxing my body, sandwiching his body between me and the floor. Another option, just like I control the head on this side, I can control the head on this side. So instead of going underneath the armpit, I can also go here on the head. I can pull this head to me and then sandwich his head and his shoulders between my body and the floor yet again. And again, I'm relaxing my body. And again, I want to envision sending energy all the way down where I can pin him so well that my energy is going all the way down to the core of the earth. I'm relaxing my body. I'm stable to the floor. This, try to move. This.
Very easy.
You can move me quite easily. So be mindful of committing your weight over his hips, especially your hips over his hips. Okay? Relax your body weight. Don't be tense. Don't be squeezing them, because you will falter and you could lose position big time. You worked hard to get to this position. Don't lose it.